cause they see the fame and the money. Y'all bitches smell funny, better stay away from me. Oof, matter of fact, 6 feet away from me. Ay.
Everybody say they love me now cause they see the fame and the money. Y'all bitches smell funny, better stay away from me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, 6 feet away from me.
Hey. When I told them about my dreams, they was laughing in my face. They didn't believe in this cause young refugee. It was never about the fame, I just wanna put KTL on the map. But ever since I got the fame, I got hella bitches in my DM trying to give me sloppy toppy. Ever since they see me blow up, they just wanna come around. They just wanna come around. Fuck these fake friends too, now they wanna tag around. After all those times, bitch, I don't need your love. Used to be broke, ain't nobody there to help me out. They became my art right when I shut them out. Sorry, not sorry, yeah. Every club I'm stepping in, I'm finna make it ring. So don't be mad when your bitch wanna ride the string. Hey, baby, tell me who the fuck is laughing now, bitch. Everybody say they love me now, cause they see the fame and the money. Y'all bitches smell funny, better stay away from me. Oof, matter of fact, 6 feet away from me. Ay.
Everybody say they love me now cause they see the fame and the money. Y'all bitches smell funny, better stay away from me. Matter of fact, 6 feet away from me. Hey, everybody tell me that they love me, but tell me what they hold me down if it got.
Hi there, and thanks for listening. If you're enjoying our podcast and have a recommendation about someone you think that we should have on to share their voice and journey with the world, by all means, let us know. It could be an aid worker, monastic, author, journalist, doctor, resistance leader, really anyone with some tie or another to the ongoing situation in Myanmar. To offer up a name, go to our website, insightmyanmar.org, and let us know. But for now, just sit back and take a listen to today's podcast. All right, and we're here with Star2. The intro track that you heard coming on to this interview before we start up is from his first song of 2023, 6 Feet Away. We're going to be playing some more of his music and also talking a bit about the meaning behind the music as well as his own life and work as an artist. So Star2, thanks for sitting down and talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You know,
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this. I got into your music and it's going to be fun to play them for our audience and also talk about the meaning behind. So before we get into your life, which I want to, because your own personal journey is definitely something to explore, let's just take this song that our listeners just heard, 6 Feet Away, and just tell us anything you want about the meaning behind this.
well, 6 feet away, meaning like I wrote that song during like COVID time, coronavirus, but like it's like not necessarily meaning somebody has like coronavirus, but like like 6 feet away could mean for the females, when you're an artist, when you have like certain clout, when you get money coming in, people want to come closer, so that song represents, stay 6 feet away, because before the fame, before the money starts to come in, nobody wants to be around you, but as soon as they smell money or smell fame, they want to come near you, so stay, it's just like telling the people that are fake to keep their distance,
Right. So this was a song that came out as you started to get more well known, and that's a great segue into who you were before you have this standing when you didn't have to tell people to stay 6 feet away because you came
Yeah.
from quite a different background from being growing up and being raised in a refugee camp in Thailand. So tell us about those early experiences, how you had to leave Myanmar and growing up and then coming to America.
So my grandma used to like, when she was still, when it was in like Myanmar, we call it Katule. she had to fled when the Burmese military burned down the villages and stuff. So she had to fled and run across the river, swim across the river, a Salween River, to get onto the Thailand. So I grew up. I was born in the Thai refugee camp called Milai Camp. Even that, I had to, we had to find a better way. So she found she had an opportunity to bring us to the U.S. Around 2007, 2008, around that time when we came. So yeah, she chose that. She chose. I chose. I decided to come with her. Had the opportunity to either stay with my birth father or come with my grandma. So I chose to come with my grandma because I was closer to her. We had to leave that behind to come and get to get a better life, hoping to get a better life in the U.S. But it's still it was pretty hard, the transition, the change, and everything, because it was either we didn't have a lot of opportunities there over there, even in the Thai refugee camp. So
Hmm.
it was better for me to be here, and I'm glad that I came here. You know,
So, how old were you when you came over, and what were some of those challenges you faced?
I was around like
Mm,
5, 6 years old when I first came to the U.S. Challenges was like the language barrier. That was one of them, and the food. All of a sudden, the food you grew up eating over there, they don't have it here. They don't sell it over here. There weren't any like Asian grocery stores that was like selling the food that we grew up. I grew up eating over there. Like even rice. When I first came, there wasn't like
mhm.
the rice that we eat are completely different from the rice they sell over here. But now it's much better. It's whatever. There's more Asian like markets. It's a lot now. Now it's easier to find the food and the stuff we eat. It's easier for us.
So, if you were just 5 years old, do you have many memories of growing up in the refugee camp? And if so, what are they?
Well, one was water. Water is the biggest thing. Every morning we would have to go get water. The water that we shower with, cook with, eat with, clean ourselves with. Basically, yeah, water. And then another one would be like protein, a source of protein. The young man, the man has to go hunt. You know, even you're in a refugee camp. Since it's a refugee camp, there's not a lot there. You have to sneak out the camp to go find
Mm,
your
wow.
food, your source of protein, all that stuff. Go fishing or whatever. You know, or or another one is the rice field. Sometimes if you're lucky, if you like grow rice is you get rice, you will get to eat rice. But for some of us in the refugee camp, since it's a camp, they don't grow rice field, and there's no rice field inside the camp. So rice was pretty. Sometimes we have to ask for our neighbors' rice, borrow their rice, buy can like a cup full of rice, and that will feed the whole family. And I used to walk barefoot around the camp. I used to ditch school as a little kid. I would go fishing. I remember a lot. I would like my dad would take me back to his house, because I was living with my grandma, and I would sneak when they're not looking or they fall asleep. I would sneak out and then go back to my grandma's cabin, hut, something like that.
That's quite a number of memories as a 5-year-old
Yeah,
growing up there to remember
yeah,
all that.
it's a lot of memories.
Mm. And so then as you came to America and you're still quite young and still quite a child and trying to fit in a culture, language, food, these are all parts of it, but you're also coming from such a different experience and than I imagine many people there. Did you experience racism or just simply people not understanding who you were or what you came from?
Yeah, it starts off with them not knowing like where I'm from. People would think we're straight up, Chinese.
Mhm.
From the look, they'll just assume that we're Chinese. Or when we tell them Thailand, they'll think we're Thai, but we're not Thai. Or we tell them we're from Burma, Myanmar, they'll think we're Burmese. They don't know what
Right,
the
right.
yeah the Korean people are. But yeah, I did get bullied a little bit here and there, but you know, I learned how to speak English real quick, and then uh, I was being mostly being bullied about what I wear, like my clothes, because I couldn't afford anything like socks.
Mhm,
I couldn't afford socks. I would wear like mixed match socks, So it was just like basic stuff like that. I used to get bullied, but I worked out a lot as a little kid. I was buff. I had like abs and
mhm,
everything, so nobody messed with me. Like
mhm,
physically, nobody was trying to fight me or anything. But they would talk bad. They would like make fun of me,
mhm.
stuff like that.
And did you find any kind of refuge or connection with the Karen community, or what was the Karen community like where you were living?
Over here in City Heights, the current community was pretty. When I first came to US, it was pretty big,
Mm,
But current community, we were like one of the first generations. So even then, they told all the current people that resident that was living in City Heights in San Diego. They told us that don't go outside at night at a certain time. Be careful, like stuff like that. But I wasn't really with the community. I didn't really like pay attention to that. I just did my own thing growing up. I didn't.
sure. And so eventually along your way, you find something that you're looking for in the form of music, hip hop. So tell us about how this came along and what your early influences were, what you were listening to, and how it made you feel and how it inspired you.
So when I first got here, I don't know, I was listening to Justin Bieber a lot, you know? I
Mm,
even like
mhm,
trying to imitate style, his look, hairstyle. I was trying to dress like how he dressed, all that stuff as a kid, the young Justin Bieber. But I've growing up in the hood, then the hood mentality, the hood lifestyle kicked in, because everybody I grew up around with are like, it's in the hood. So, had black friends, Mexican friends, Asian friends, not just Korean. So yeah,
mhm,
so that influence, it influenced me to become like one of them for a little bit. Like start rapping, start listening to like hip hop, start listening to rappers. Like when I first came here, it was like listening. Tupac was very, you know, well known when I first. I
mhm.
was listening to a lot of Tupac.
You mentioned Justin Bieber, the look and the appeal. Tupac was big at the time. What drew you specifically to Tupac? How did his music make you feel, as well as any other musicians or rappers at the time?
Well, first I saw like movies, documentaries about how he, came about, how Tupac became Tupac, and then I'm like pretty much similar to how I'm growing up. So and everybody around me, like, cause I look up to like the older people, older teenager that was a couple years older than me. They would listen to this and the outfit, the way they dress, most like West Coast vibe. I don't know. That's a hard question, cause me, I listen to a lot of artists. I take what inspired me is that I don't know. They all had their tough time. They all had to go through their path. So I feel like I don't know. They could if they could make it, I could make it. That's how I always see it.
And what's interesting in looking at that is they're obviously talking about racism in America, growing up black, and from poverty and what those experiences are. And so I imagine your background, as tough as it was, and the challenges you had, that there was some way to connect with that. But the specificities of what you went through, refugee camp and running from the
Uh-huh.
Burmese army, and being assimilating into another culture and country. Was there anyone really speaking, or an artist that was producing content that kind of spoke more specifically to who you were and where you were coming from?
Uh, that's kind of hard. I don't know. Uh, guess an artist that I don't know. That's kind of hard. That's a
Or was
hard
there no
question.
one?
I don't know. Growing up, I just listened to a bunch of artists. I don't think any artist could. I don't see any artist that was going through what I was going through I can compare to what I was going through. It's different. But yeah, if I say if it was like Tupac, yeah, racism, bullying was one thing, and the
Hmm.
gang stuff. When you trying to have a normal life, going to school, but then you get caught up in the gang life. Yeah, that was part of it. That was one reason why I listen to Tupac a little bit. Other than that, I don't see any. I don't. There isn't any artist that has gone through what I've gone through. I think I'm the first one out of my group where I'm from.
Right. Yeah. And so, did you also go through, were affected by gang violence and gang involvement as you were growing up?
I was, but I'm a very smart person. I know how to distance myself from there. When I
Hmm.
smell trouble, I tend to, I just focus on myself. I just do my own thing. Yeah, the gang violence, I don't know. I did have a little crew, my own crew, my own people, we got tired of being bullied, we gathered together and then make our own little crew. Wouldn't call it a gang, but yeah, we had each other's back. Like in school, we have our little group. That's about it. It was
Hmm.
stuff
What
like that.
those were other Karen friends or from different
Yeah,
backgrounds?
other Korean friends or Asian friends that,
Uh-huh.
my group is very diverse, not just Korean. I'm different, but most of the Korean kids nowadays, yeah, they just stick to their own kind, you know? They just stick to their
Mm.
own people.
And what do you do in contrast?
Me, I'm easy to talk to, I don't really do anything. I'm just cool with everybody that's cool with me, I'm very neutral.
Mhm. Great. So a broad appeal.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're painting this picture of this hard Scrabble life growing up and being inspired by some of these musical influences and assimilating into this culture, avoiding some of the violence that's there. And then you make a transition at some point to not just be a listener of this music and appreciate it, but to look at developing your own skills, your own musical talent. Tell us about this journey and where this came from.
That journey, I looked to so there was an Asian artist I listened to named Stupid Young. He kind of opened the way for the Asian community, like Asian. If you want to be an artist, he made it. He showed us that it's possible, because he made it out the hood. So, ever since then, just do just do my own thing. My music, I make different type of music. I don't make just one type of genre. I make a lot, like pop, R&B, hip hop. I'm all over the place.
I noticed that, and I also noticed not just your musical genres, but what you're talking about in your songs. It seems to be a mix from bravado to vulnerability to talking about the life of money and girls to coming out of poverty or inspirational stuff. It seems like you really try to take on a number of different topics and also show a number of different sides of yourself as well.
I guess what I've gone through in life and what I experienced and things I've seen and felt, all that stuff I put in my music. Sometimes some of my songs are not just about me, sometimes about what other people are going through, and sometimes they tell me and then I trying to put in a song and make a song out of it.
Mm. And it's interesting that you reference Tupac as as one of your inspirations because Tupac was obviously very famous for his ability to show all these different sides of himself as well, to show
Yeah,
his aggression, his vulnerability, his regret, his anger. You just had so many different versions of Tupac that came out authentically through his music, even when it contradicted itself. And I think that's part of his broad appeal.
correct.
Mm. So let's listen to one of your songs here. This song is called Pain. So set this up for us. Tell us about who you collaborated with and where the song came from.
Uh, so this song "Pain" is featured with an artist named Lil Papa. The title is "Real Life." It's about my life growing up. Coming from the refugee camp and then come like growing up here. It's the life back home, like back in like Kotule. People will run when they hear planes or any aircraft thing in the air, they'll run because they'll think it's a bomb dropping. But living in City Heights in San Diego, instead of hearing that, you hear like sirens. Every day, every night is you hear the sirens. So that's like something I mentioned in my song "Real Lives" about about my what I go through and I talked a little bit about my grandma a little bit in the song. Just yeah, and then the other artist, Lil Papa, I wanted him to put some what he's gone through, like what his lifestyle is like, in Jacksonville, Florida. So yeah, so Florida kid and a West Coast kid, collabing on a song title called "Real Life," about what we are going through or what we've experienced growing up.
Gotta roll me a wood just to feel good. Don't ask me why I'm smoking hella kush, cause this shit helps me cope with my pain. I don't like taking drugs, but I feel like that's the only way. It slowly ease my pain, and every time I'm sober, this pain will come right back. I don't know what to do. Gotta stay strong, can't let this pain shake me down. I'll end up dead on the ground. Oh no, I got my pain, I'll deal with it. You got your pain, you deal with it. Cause nowadays nobody wanna help out for free. They charging and taxing. They saying you famous now, you paying now. You probably made hella money by now. They don't understand the shit that I'm dealing with. If they did, I'll start to cry. They'll start to cry. They'll start to pray. Hey. This pain I'm feeling inside, it comes and goes. The nightmare. If you were in my shoes, you'll feel the same pain. It's okay, it's my pain. I'll find a way to fix it. This pain I'm feeling inside, it comes and goes. The nightmare. If you were in my shoes, you'll feel the same pain. It's okay, it's my pain. I'll find a way to fix it.
I be tryna find myself cause I'm missing. Probably won't be proud of myself till I fix it. I can tell I'm walking through hell but can't feel shit. Probably come from all of these drugs that I'm missing. I be giving all of this love but I don't get it. Been a war with all of the thugs in my city. Gotta take that, you're taking the slow, you're not dead. Might be tripping, can't put none of them hoes in my bed. Tryna dodge a heartbreak, I done seen it before. I've been fiending for yours, I don't need any more. I got demons galore. You say you want my life but you can't be sure. I'ma fix my life if you don't fix yours.
This pain I'm feeling inside, it comes and goes. The nightmare. If you were in my shoes, you'll feel the same pain. It's okay, it's my pain. I'll find a way to fix it. This pain I'm feeling inside, it comes and goes. The nightmare. If you were in my shoes, you'll feel the same pain. It's okay, it's my pain. I'll find a way to fix it. I'll find a way to fix it. Hey, 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 hey. I'll find a way to fix it. This pain I'm feeling inside, it comes and goes. The nightmare. If you were in my shoes, you'll feel the same pain. It's okay, it's my pain. I'll find a way to fix it. Hey, hey, hey. I'll find a way to fix it. Hey, 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 hey.
So that was Pain, and that we just heard. And you mentioned collaborating with an African American artist, Lil Papa, who based in Jacksonville, Florida. And what's interesting about this is that you're both talking about this pain that you both had to go through in your in challenges in your upbringing, but your upbringings are very different, I imagine, although there's probably some similarities and cross sections in just the human experience of what you had to go through. So despite the differences in your background, identities, and communities and growing up, what did you find with him or with others like him that you had some kind of commonality? You can talk to fellow artists about the experience of overcoming suffering, challenges, channeling that into music. Where are some similarities there?
Uh, I say for pain, I don't know. Everybody behind their big smile, everybody's going, has dealt with pain. I've been, I've felt pain before. So, uh, s- he's another kid from poverty, from Jacksonville, a very rough neighborhood, similar to mine. And, he had to hustle his way out. He has to, music. He's pretty much in a, similar to what I go through, to become an artist, to make a living out of it, stuff like that. And it's
Mm,
every man, cries sometimes. So, like pain is like a very touching song, I guess, to like really like speak. Sometimes it's hard to talk to somebody about how you feel. So
mhm.
it's easier for some people to put it in a song and then just, share it to the world.
And so, in becoming a musician, did you have any formal training? Did you have a background in this? How did you just learn how to make music?
First, when I was in City High, San Diego, it was on 51st Street, Orange Avenue. My apartment was 4201. That's the apartment building number. I had a friend that his mom was the manager of the complex, and then my friend in his living room, he had a computer, he had Wi-Fi, he had all the stuff you need, to record music. We started off, in his living room, just making music for fun, getting YouTube beats, just like playing around with it. That's the only time I've always wanted to be an artist. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was just me and my boy as a kid. And after that, at the age of 17, you know, before I got out of high school, yeah, like after I graduated high school, I took it very serious. That's that was about it.
Mhm. And I imagine someone coming to the genre, making music as you do here in the West and in the US, and the type of music you're doing, there's not a lot of people necessarily coming from your background, possibly not a lot of people that even really look like you that are attempting to do this. So, did
Yeah,
you feel there were barriers or racism or just kind of prejudice, or
of course.
assumptions about you based on that?
Well, in my opinion, I, I think if I was black, I would have blown up way bigger and way faster.
Mhm,
I would have gotten more attention since I'm Asian. People with the Asian hate thing going on. It's harder for the
mhm,
Asian artists to make it like to make it big in the industry where it's not the hip hop lane and the even R&B.
mhm.
It's not a fair game for us, but that's why I'm going back to. I've been going back to Thailand, trying to like network out there and build a big enough fan base out there to come back and you know become a big star.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask, is who you find your audience is, because you're on one hand, you're coming from a very distinct background and speaking about that, but on the other hand, you're in a different environment and you're
Mm,
collaborating with people from a completely different kind of place. So
yeah.
what have you found? Who gravitates towards your music as far as you can tell?
Uh, I say uh the Asian community, uh, people that has gone through what I've gone through, or people that they feel like they don't fit in because I never fit in, but
Mhm.
I was different. People that are different, they're usually and my people, they're
Yeah,
very supportive. Back home over there,
yeah.
like I went back into the jungle and they were like, they listened to my stuff. There's no
Mm.
service out there, and I was like,
Wow.
it's crazy. Even in
Oh, that's
Myanmar,
great.
I have a big fan base in Myanmar too. Burmese people. I say all the Asian people.
Mhm,
When an Asian, but because I'm Asian, so it doesn't matter like what type of Asian are you, as long as I'm like growing, becoming bigger, and become more well known. I'm the voice for the Asian community. Not just my people. I'm the hero for my people, but I'm the voice for other Asians. You know.
And have you ever rapped or sung in Burmese or Korean or language besides English?
Uh, Quran is coming soon. Burmese, no, because I can't read and write Burmese.
Hmm.
I used to know how to like read and talk, speak a little bit in Burmese, but nah, I forgot. Even Quran, my Korean language, I used to know how to read and write, but then all of that, I didn't practice it, so it didn't stick with me.
Sure.
The older I got, the more I forgot how to read and write. But yeah, Korean songs are coming out. I'm working on a Korean album. So
Mm.
yeah. And soon, yeah, with a couple Burmese artists too and Thai artists. I've been
Oh,
working.
great.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Well, you mentioned how you felt like you never really fit in, and I think that those are the best kinds of artists, right? The kinds of people who see the world differently, don't really know
Uh-huh.
where they belong, and so they create a new lane for through their creativity that others can then come to and appreciate. And also it's there's not a lot of Asian rappers out there. There's of course more and more with their own kind of niche followings and the way the
Yeah.
internet works and being able to kind of create your own audience. But you're not just Asian. You're coming from Burma, Myanmar, which is
Yeah.
one of the least known Asian countries, and you're also not Burmese. You're not Bamar, and you didn't even really grow up in the country. So this is something we talked about. I mentioned before the interview. We connected with the Urban Village and I Am Kenya, and something that came up in those interviews was just the sense of belonging. And you have growing up in one country where your human rights are violated, you're being attacked by the majority ethnicity, growing up in a refugee camp, then coming here and then kind of trying to figure out, well, who am I? What culture do I belong to? What is my identity? And so I imagine that's also something you're touching upon when it's not just your personality that maybe you feel like you don't belong, you have this artistic sense, but also you have a background and a life lived that is that not too many other people out there have gone through those experiences.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Hmm. Right. Well, let's listen to another one of your songs. This one is Bottle Service.
I wrote that song year, 2 year ago. It's about, it's about a girl about not wanting to grow old, it's just about try want to be young forever, with your lover, and you don't want to grow old. It's just celebrating when you achieve something. You've uh, that's about it. I don't know. That's Bottle Service, a song about it. It's the older we get, we remember our childhood, all that stuff. It's about lover, two lover, about me and my partner, being together, not wanting to grow old.
I don't ever want us to grow old. Oh, 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 I was all alone, walking down this path, trying to find love in my life. Couldn't find the girl that I want. Walking in the classroom, you was in a bad mood. You was giving me an attitude. I was like, hold up, slow down. You're a little bad cutie. Shorty, I can make you smile again. Hop in my PJ, we gon' fly far away. Take you places you ain't never been. I will be that guy that's gon' treat you like a queen. Shorty, you and me, we can be a thing. I've been pouring bottle after bottle. It's like I hit the lotto. Shorty looking hot like mulatto. I don't ever want us to grow old. Oh, 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 oh. I've been pouring bottle after bottle. It's
So that was Bottle Service, and, I have to say I really like this video. I would recommend people to go and check out the YouTube of this. I watched this a couple times. I just thought it was really sweet, and, it also couldn't watch that, couldn't help but wonder if this is, there's incidences from your child from or I don't know, from your childhood, there's incidences depicted in the video that feel very realistic, and so I'm wondering to what extent the person and the things depicted here are authentic to your life.
Well, a bottle service. If you look at the video, it's about, like, as a kid you have this crush in, elementary school.
Yeah.
Boom, it
Mhm.
goes. Uh, like a couple years later, you're in middle school. Then boom, in high school. It's like you were that one person ever forever, and then you don't want to grow old, because the older you get, the more distant. You start off in elementary school, you're together to high school, then you graduate. Then when you go to college, boom, you got to separate. It's your own lane, man. It's sad to do. It's sad to depart ways, but yeah, that's Photo Service, a song, for your loved one.
So is this kind of an aggregate of different people that you knew put into creative song, or is this, if you feel comfortable saying, is this an actual person that the song is based on?
Uh, it was a mix of 50-50. Both.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say not necessarily all one person, because I'm not with that person anymore. And I
Right.
never had a crush in elementary school. It's kind of like, like, I mean, I did like a couple girls, but I never like, I was very young. I didn't know anything about love
Mhm.
until like I was in middle school. But yeah, the storyline was based on, like starting off in middle school, boom, to high school.
Well, it's a really sweet video, and I found myself, rooting for the 2 people to, somehow manage to stay together. It just kinda brought you into their love story, so that was kinda cool.
But the name I used for the girl, it was my ex name.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, so it's some part, you just got to figure out which part is real, which part isn't.
And that was another part that as I started to listen to your music and open these videos that I was really intrigued by is, I, you reference a mix of what your life is, both in being an immigrant in the US and sometimes being very much kind of in an American vibe, and something that, if you showed someone not knowing who you were, they would not knowing your background, it wouldn't look too dissimilar from a lot of other American videos you're seeing these days. And then other videos that are much more referencing your specific background in terms of coming from Karen and Myanmar and the Thai refugee camp, and then some that are kind of putting a wider group of just being an Asian in America. So there's a lot of different parts of your life and your personhood that get shown in these different songs.
If I wanted to like film the lifestyle I grew up in, like back over there, it would have been hard, because not we don't have a theme, like a s- a set that will look exactly the same.
Sure.
Yeah, so we want to make it, as sweet and as nice as possible. When it comes to like the singing stuff, when we try and make it more, enjoyable, entertaining. But and then when you look at the rap stuff, the rap song is more grimy, it's more
Hmm.
hoodish. You want to show the audience that it's different vibe to every different song. Like they have their own story. It's all over the place.
Sure. Yeah, and you reference how to your own people back home, not just the Karen community and refugee community, but also Burmese now, that they're claiming you as one of their own and really happy to see you blowing up and making it big. How about the other side, like looking at a Western audience, a white or black audience, let's say? To what degree are you finding they're tuning in to your songs and maybe even using your artistry as a vehicle to better understand where you come from and what's happening there today?
Uh, I don't know. The Western fan, they don't understand where I come from until they do the research about me. Then they will understand,
Uh-huh.
why I sound like uh, how I sound, and then
Mhm.
you know, like why I make those type of music. They only know and understand understand me if they look me up because yeah. The but my people from from where I'm from, they know that I was from refugee camp. Well, one thing with most of the features I do, like with the artists, the Western artists that I do, they will start to understand me a little bit and they understand where I came from. We tell them about the story of where I'm from. When we give them a little bio of my
Mm,
where I was originally from. And then another thing with my music that's been, I could also be the voice for my people. I could put in my music and then show them, because I do have Western fans. I do have a pretty, it's like a
mm,
50-50% fan
mhm.
base. My people and a 50% of the Western fan. And another thing, in Thailand, when I was working with the Thai artists, they didn't know anything about my people as well. They've
Wow.
never heard of
Mm,
them, but yeah, after they
mhm,
met me, I told them about where we were from because they were curious. Like they say, "Oh, you're born in Thailand, but you don't speak Thai," because they didn't know,
mm,
that we were put in the
mhm.
refugee camp. So I educated them a little bit, boom, boom, and then they started to understand. They were like, wow, they were shocked, and then now there's a couple like big Thai artists that wants to like go and see the refugee camp and all that stuff. Yeah,
That's really interesting. Yeah, so that really opens it up.
yeah.
So do you have, aspirations or, desire to want to be more than the music and also bring attention and awareness and advocacy to what's happening? Or do you really see your job primarily as just an artist making music and whatever comes out of it is organic?
Uh, I would say I'm focused on just being an artist because I don't like to get into politics. I don't like when it goes into that you're creating enemies. Remember, because the Burmese people don't want don't want nobody to know about what they're doing to my people. That
Mhm.
because I'm already a target in Myanmar. If I in Burma, if I were to go back, because I'm
Sure.
there, all they're talking about is me. Star 2 every time they do a little slideshow, a little podcast about me. Yeah, they get a lot of millions of views because, and that's why they introduce people as they tell people that I'm like one of them. But if I had the opportunity to to be the voice for my people and speak, I'll let the world know, what my people are going through, what they've done to my people, and yeah. But at first, I want to focus on my career and go as far as possible, and then build big enough fan base where I could then become, maybe a spokesperson for my people. That's the plan.
So I'm wondering for you, coming you've kind of had a double-edged sword of both being poor, being Asian, being an immigrant in America, but also being persecuted to an even greater degree. Well, it's hard to be a Burmese refugee, a Karen refugee in Thailand, but in
Mhm.
Burma itself, that's really the most egregious violation of human rights and violence that's been faced. And
Yeah.
so, as an artist and a person, how do you work kind of similar to that example of black rappers growing up and dealing with racism in America and in poor environments? How have you confronted and dealt with as a person and as an artist those forms not just of racism you might experience in America, but of real acute violence and terror that on the Burmese side and more exploitation on the Thai side and working through that?
That's a hard. Well, I just I surround myself with positive people, and I just people that want to see me win. I surround myself with people like that, and where I don't go to places where I don't belong. And I watch what I say because there's always people looking. So I try not to make because even though it's the Burmese military that's killing my people, it's not the Burmese people. The
Uh-huh.
Burmese citizen. So
Hmm.
uh, the thing with my people, they make it seem like if you're Burmese, as long as you're Burmese, you're an enemy to them. I don't see it like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because we the Burmese and the Crown like brothers and sisters. So me, I just watch what I say, and I don't. And sometimes you gotta be careful. There's gonna be people that's gonna like I haven't really dealt with anything with the Burmese side yet, but I know for sure if I do like trying to do a show out there or trying to fly in, if they know about it, they'll probably trying to come arrest me, you know, because I'm
Sure.
a yeah, because I have a big following over there. So yeah,
Mm. Well, let's listen to one more song here. And this song is Just Like Them Waterfalls. So, once again, set this up for us.
just like them waterfalls is a song about a girl, you know. She got nice curvy body like waterfall. How a waterfall falls on a mountain. The song talks about you know a beautiful girl with a nice body. Move her body moves every time she dances. It moves like a waterfall. You know, like nature, tropical vibe. It's a song where you will probably want to listen to when you're on heading to the beach with your lover.
Oh, you're so beautiful. Every time I look at you, I just can't take my eyes off you. Looking better than this view. Got me feeling lost in this place. Hoping you can show me the way to your heart today. Wanna be the one that calls you, baby. You're the one that makes me happy. Love the way your body moves, oh, like the waves. Girl, you got me in the mood, got me singing, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Love the way you move them hips, just like them waterfalls. Girl, I can't stop staring, got me singing, ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. Baby, I just can't get enough of your love. Every time you ask what I like about you, oh baby, it's all of the above. I'm never gonna lie to you, I'm always gonna say what's true. You can be the blue ocean, I can be the island, or you can be the waterfalls, I can be your mountain. Love the way your body moves, oh, like the waves. Girl, you got me in the mood, got me singing, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Love the way you move them hips, just like them waterfalls. Girl, I can't stop staring, got me singing, ooh la 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 la. 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 Love the way you move them hips, just like them waterfalls. Girl, I can't stop staring, got me singing, ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la.
So that was Just Like Them Waterfalls, and again, suggest to listeners to check out these songs with their video on YouTube. They're quite well done and produced, and give a bit more to the song's meaning than just the words alone. And yeah, really quite a love song. This one.
Yes, that's a love song.
Mm. So going back to Burma and Thailand, the situation there, tell us your reaction when you heard about the 2021 military coup that happened, and what's been and your reaction these past several years as well as it's dragged on.
Well, I don't know. It's been an ongoing war for a long time. So, and me, I just I don't pay attention to politics. I don't pay attention to like what you know. I try not to think about that. I just focus on myself. I just focus on my music career and trying to elevate myself so I could help my people in the long run in the future. But yeah, it's sad that what the stuff that's been going on.
I imagine you must have family and friends in Thailand and Burma, Karen State right now.
Uh, Yeah, but my grandma's over here. My mom, she's somewhere in Thailand. My dad's somewhere in Thailand. But yeah, they got families over there. People have to fly around because when I went back to Kadule like a month, 2 months ago, yeah. So the people in Kadule in Myanmar, they every time we flew a drone up, so they thought there was a plane, a jet that was about to drop a bomb. So a lot of the villager grabbed their stuff and went and slept by the river because they saw our drones flying in the air. They didn't know that it was us.
Oh
So it
wow.
was very sad. Like people are still scared, but they were happy that I went back because it gave them hope. It gave them there's nothing to there's nothing to be scared of.
So tell me about that trip. That must have been quite emotional to be back at this time. And did you do a concert or meet people or what happened?
Uh, well, it was more meeting people, seeing what their life is over there, like what how they live day to day. Those people don't, they just it's very sad. Some of them have some that lost there's kids that lost their parents. There's like grown-ups that lost a leg or arm from the battle war, and there's like single women that like single moms that lost their husband from the war and all that stuff. Because when we were there, most of the men weren't even in the village because they were in the front line, protecting the villages.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so it was pretty sad, but it was also eye opening. Also motivated me to to work harder, to like go as far as I can in the music lane. So in return, I could help them out too.
That's great to hear. And so, in what ways did that inspire you? What are you looking to do that might have motivated you from that trip?
Well, as an artist, the bigger you get, the bigger fan base you get. There's more like eyes and ears, and everybody's focusing on you. When I have enough attention and enough focus on me, then yeah, I'll let the world know about my people. And I'm the first for my people, to like make it this far in the music industry.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
only one actually, so I I can't let them down. That's how I see it. Like I came a long way, and they're still suffering. From the stuff I was my family had to deal with before I came to the US. So like it was very sad. And it motivated me to keep going, not give up. Because there's a lot of negative comments too. Sometimes when you do music, all the time actually. So it doesn't matter. So I just say, and so it just motivates me to keep going.
Does that feel like a burden or a responsibility or a weight having to feeling like you're a
It's not
representative
a
of your
burden.
people?
It's not a burden to me. I feel like it's more of like it gives me like energy, strength, because I don't.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
It gives me strength actually. Like I it's sad already. I felt pain. I felt the sadness. I know how it feels. So at this point, it's either what am I going to do with it? I use it as a fuel to
Mm.
elevate myself. If I'm successful in life, I could help my people in the future. That's how I see it.
That's very true. I mean, through you and through your example,
Yeah.
there could be a whole new audience that's open up that can learn about who your people are based on an interest in you. And on the flip side, there people in your community can see what you've been able to achieve and the respect and the status you've been able to gain, and realize that you can come from anything and achieve anything.
Yep.
Mm.
Correct.
That, that's great. Uh, so for those that are listening, we have a large audience of people who care about the situation in Myanmar in some form and follow it,
Mhm.
and are, I'm sure, are very interested to hear your story. What's the best place for them to go to learn more about you and take in your music?
Best place right now. If you my vlogs are out where I went back to Gautule, KTL, and Burma. Just search up Star2 STAR and the number two. So Star2, Instagram Star2 official. I have reels and short stuff that I post on there. And Facebook page is Star2, And TikTok, Star2 Official. So yeah, look me up. Mostly YouTube is the most updated. It's adventure there. You will get to watch the adventure of Star2 and see all the vlogs and stuff I do. And yeah, it's search up Star2. So I'm to see what where I'll be performing and stuff. It'll be on my Instagram. So yeah, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Star2 Official, so y'all know where I'll be performing live.
Absolutely. I'm really glad we had a chance to make this work. Your story is
Yeah.
really interesting to get out there and what you represent, and I'm glad to be able to bring it to a wider audience as well. So we're gonna have one more song as we go on our outro. This is what we're gonna hear as our credits, so to speak, roll in. The song that we'll be playing on the outro is Lies. So set up
Lies.
what the song's about.
So this song, Lies, is about, like this a heartbreak song, like this girl you love, you could see that, she's not happy and she's lying, and you could see it in her eyes, about the lies, and then somebody you've forgiven a couple times, and then they still tend to, still be the same person. They won't change, they're not grateful for your love and, your energy. So yeah, that's what Lies is about.
Hey, walking all alone, far away from home. Then I saw you, wanna get to know you. Wanna get to know you. Ever since I met you, I've always got love for you. I can never get tired of you. Every time I get high, I think of you. Lie to you, but some I can't never do. Never do. Lie to me, that's what you do to me. Honestly, you never really care for me. Care for me. Tell me what you really here for. Tell me what you really here for. It's been a long time. Haven't seen hearts up in your eyes, and the eyes don't tell no lies. No lies. It's been a long time. Haven't seen hearts up in your eyes, and the eyes don't tell no lies. No lies. It's been a long time. Been a long time. All I did was love you, please you. Never heard that thank you. Always in the bad mood. You play me hella times and I still forgive. I just can't keep on living like this. Can you tell me is true love a thing? Can you tell me are we meant to be? Now tell me what you lied to me. Made a fool out of me. Cause I thought I was your everything. I don't want your love no more. It's been a long time. Haven't seen hearts up in your eyes, and the eyes don't tell no lies. No lies. It's been a long time. Haven't seen hearts up in your eyes, and the eyes don't tell no lies. No lies. It's been a long time. Been a long time.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode in full. And if you've gotten this far, then you've heard much of what this important guest has to say. And if you found their story of value, please consider taking a further step beyond just being a listener and becoming an active supporter. Any donation you provide is now going to support the democracy movement in Myanmar, to help those being impacted by the current crisis. If you would like to join in our mission to support those in Myanmar who are being impacted by the military coup, we welcome your contribution in any form, currency, or transfer method. Your donation will go on to support a wide range of humanitarian and media missions, aiding those local communities who need it most. Donations are directed to such causes as the Civil Disobedience Movement, CDM, families of deceased victims, internally displaced person IDP camps, food for impoverished communities, military defection campaigns, undercover journalists, refugee camps, monasteries and nunneries, education initiatives, the purchasing of protective equipment and medical supplies, COVID relief, and more. We also make sure that our donation fund supports a diverse range of religious and ethnic groups across the country. We invite you to visit our website to learn more about past projects, as well as upcoming needs. You can give a general donation or earmark your contribution to a specific activity or project you would like to support, perhaps even something you heard about in this very episode. All of this humanitarian work is carried out by our nonprofit mission, Better Burma. Any donation you give on our Insight Myanmar website is directed towards this fund. Alternatively, you can also visit the Better Burma website, betterburma.org, and donate directly there. In either case, your donation goes to the same cause in both websites except credit card. You can also give via PayPal by going to paypal.me/betterburma. Additionally, we can take donations through Patreon, Venmo, GoFundMe, and Cash App. Simply search Better Burma on each platform and you'll find our account. You can also visit either website for specific links to these respective accounts or email us at info@betterburma.org. That's Better Burma, one word, spelled BETTERBURMA.org. If you would like to give it another way, please contact us. We also invite you to check out our range of handicrafts that are sourced from vulnerable artisan communities across Myanmar, available at alokacrafts.com. Any purchase will not only support these artisan communities, but also our nonprofit's wider mission. That's Aloka Crafts, spelled ALOKACRAFTS, one word, alokacrafts.com. Thank you so much for your kind consideration and support.